Hi guys, this is my Sephora haul, and I want to thank everybody who wished me a happy birthday on Facebook. Um, I can't thank you guys enough. I felt a lot of love that day. There was a lot of postings from all of you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to, post on my Facebook. That was really awesome of you guys. But anyway, I turned 35 and I tried posting a lot of my pictures of all the freebies and everything that I was getting so you guys could see all the coupons that I used to get my freebies. But anyway, my husband treated me out to Sephora. He knows that that's my favorite store. And so I was actually going in for the Kat Von D contour palette or the Anastasia palette, but those have been like sold out. They've been out of stock for like I don't know, like 2 months now. They don't have it in the store every time. And I didn't want to wait around, so um I had asked for samples of 3 foundations the last time I went to Sephora. It was actually let's see, it was this one for the Kat Von D Locket Tattoo Foundation. So it was that one. It was a Tarte foundation, and it was a Cover FX. Cover FX, I did not like. The smell of it was just, it smelled a lot like paint. Um, I think like 2 hours or 4 hours in, it was already just, breaking apart in my T-zone because I'm pretty oily from there. And I really didn't like that foundation. So I would stay clear from that, or you might want to pick up a free sample from Sephora before you purchase that foundation. And then the Tarte foundation was okay. The color that I got, I don't remember the color I got, but it was a pretty flat color. And but what I mean by flat is that um, I didn't feel like there was too much. I don't know how to explain it. The color was on. I mean, it seemed like it matched really well, but I felt like I had to highlight. Okay, it was a nice coverage. It was, I would say medium to full coverage foundation. It didn't break me out. It was a good foundation. And if I didn't pick up this one, I would have actually picked up that Tarte foundation. But I would have to highlight with a lighter foundation here so that I could give it a little bit of life, because that foundation was just too flat. It was just too, um, it didn't have any glow to it. It just seemed very just, I don't know. It just didn't wow me, but because it didn't break me out, because my skin is so sensitive, I would have purchased that foundation if this one wouldn't worked out. This one wouldn't have worked out for me. So this is the one I picked up. It was the Kat Von D Locket Tattoo Foundation. I really like this one, and this one's in the light 45, and this is actually what I'm wearing today, and I really love the coverage. This is actually full coverage. This is actually, I didn't even actually take some from this bottle. It was still from the sample that they had given me, so I actually did like 4 or 5 applications from that little tube, because this is pretty thick, this is pretty concentrated, so you don't need so much. So this is actually a really good purchase. I really like this foundation, and this one doesn't break me out. I love this foundation, so this one was actually worth it to me. I don't know if it was $40 or under $40, but it was around that price. I really think this is worth it because it's so concentrated, you don't need so much, and look at the coverage that it gives you. It's just super pretty, it's flawless, it's just, I love it. I really love this foundation. And now the other thing that my husband bought me was this Naked. This is the fourth one that I have. I have all 4 now with this one, and so he really liked the colors on this one. So he said, why don't you go ahead and take that one? So this is the way it looks. I'm sure you guys have seen a ton of YouTube videos on this, but this is super pretty, guys. Look at that. Look at the colors. They are gorgeous. I didn't want to pick this up only because I felt like it had a lot of neutrals in it, and honestly, I have a lot of neutrals But this is a beautiful palette, as you can see right there. Look at those colors. Super pretty. And they swatch really, really nicely. And I would have to say that this is actually a better formula than the first two, because the first two are really, really pretty, but they don't blend as well as I think these would. And the Naked 3 is actually a really, really good one too. Those blend really, really pretty. Let me go ahead and swatch the next 4 for you. These are like the darkest ones from the palette. Look at how pretty those are. They are so pretty. And I'm just putting them all here on my arm for you. Those are so pretty. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the next 4. Let me go ahead and do it on my other hand. And that's what those look like. They're really, really pigmented. They're super pretty. These are mattes. So, okay, so that's what they look like. Swatched. They are really pigmented. And then these are the matte ones. So if you see them together, worst places to swatch them in, huh? And then there's those. And it actually comes with a brush. And I always like the brushes that come in these palettes. I always use them. Once again, it's two-sided. And I'm glad that it has this one right here. I don't have anything in my collection like that. And I wonder why it has powder coming out of it, but okay. And then it has this one. And I don't have anything like this. So I'm excited that I got this brush in it. So this, guys, is a beautiful, beautiful palette. I'm glad that I got this palette. So I can't wait to play with those. If you're wondering if that's what I'm wearing right now, because some of the colors might look a little similar, this is actually my full exposure from Smashbox. That's what I'm wearing today. And I love those eyeshadows. Smashbox makes beautiful eyeshadows. So that's what I'm wearing today. So yeah, guys, that's what I got from Sephora. And I'm so grateful to my hubby for actually buying this for me. I think this palette was actually like $50 or something. And yeah, so that's what I got. And I actually asked for 2 samples of other foundations just because I was curious, and because you can get free samples at Sephora. I could have picked one more. I could have asked for one more, but the lady that was actually helping me wasn't the nicest. So this one, and they're not even labeled, I think, properly. Maybe they are. Well, this one does. I think this one says Makeup Forever, and it says that 42.35. I think 42.35, and I think this is a Makeup Forever, and then this one is I have no idea, but I know that I wanted the Makeup Forever and I wanted the NARS, but I don't see where this one says NARS anywhere. So yeah, I know I asked for NARS and I know I asked for Makeup Forever, so I'm gonna go ahead and try these out. This does look like it says Makeup Forever, so I want to go ahead and try those out before I even purchase them or anything, but I'm pretty happy with this foundation. Honestly, I was just curious about those, and I do want to try the Lancome also, and maybe a Benefit, because I've never tried those. But this one, I like I like it a lot, and I would recommend this one too. Anybody who likes full coverage and has a combination skin, because I do have like oily T-zone, so that one works out perfect. I mean, I actually fell asleep. I think it was on my birthday. My birthday was on August 28th, and I had family over that night, and I was just so exhausted and I never fall asleep with my makeup on, but I was so tired. And so that day I fell asleep, and I was actually wearing the sample foundation of the Locket 2 foundation, um, Locket Tattoo foundation. And in the morning when I woke up, it looked even prettier. It looked even prettier than when I first applied it. I mean, it looked so pretty. It's kind of like that. Actually, this one's better. But if you've ever tried the Revlon foundation, the Color Stay, you know how like you put it on, like first application, it looks really pretty, but then as the day goes by, it just starts looking better and better. Even though your oils are coming through, it just looks even prettier. Okay, that's what this is like. It looks really pretty when you apply it, but then as you wear it, it just looks even prettier. What I do notice with this one though a little bit is that right here it will break down a little bit, but just like all the foundations that I have, it breaks down a little bit here on my nose, but then I'll just go ahead and like blend it in again, like with my beauty blender. Like I just like blot it and then just like blend it a little bit with my beauty blender, and I'm like fine throughout the rest of the day. So I just have to do that like once throughout the whole day, and usually that's how it is with my L'Oreal foundation also. I just have to do it once and then I'm fine. But my L'Oreal foundation is a medium coverage. This is actually a full coverage, and this one actually, I don't know, there's something about this foundation that me and my husband really like about it. I think it just covers a little bit more and it's just a little bit brighter, but the price on this one is a little bit up there. So I think that this one is my favorite, and the L'Oreal from the drugstore. Those two are my favorites. But I haven't tried these other samples, so I want to go ahead and try those too. But as of now, it's my favorite. And so that's what I went ahead and picked up from Sephora, guys. Thanks so much for watching. And
yeah. Little flipper. My girl Leah.
Sunshine, I could call you.